What is the story you're telling yourself? Because you know what? How you interpret what happens to you, that's going to define your reality. You actually have a choice to define what the meaning of things are. Okay, but hey, I'm going to get into it. I've got a lot to say about this topic. Those of you that follow my channel for a while, you know I have been through a lot of things. I'm a little bit older, I have gone through some real hardship. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can get through it and become stronger from what really starts to beat you down and the things that, most people are going to crumble. It can make you stronger. Before I do that, please like this channel, follow, because I'm going to be dropping some bombs. All right, I want you to think about something. The stories you tell yourself about everything that happens in life, that's going to be your reality. Okay, you got two brothers, and they both grow up with an alcoholic dad. And one brother becomes an alcoholic loser. He's living on the street, drug user. You interview him, you ask him, hey, what happened? And he's like, my dad was an alcoholic. That's the example I had. Other brother, he's doing well in life, successful, got a happy family. He's got a great career. He goes to college. He's living a good life. And you ask him, hey, what happened? And he's like, I had an alcoholic father. Two people, same exact circumstances, but you know what? Completely different interpretation of what happened. There is ancient wisdom that says, in every adversity, there's a seed of something better. And that's the absolute truth. Because guess what? Betrayed, I had a business partner of mine completely betray me, come after me, try to destroy my family. And you know what? I look back on it now all these years and I said, good. So much came out of that was positive. It motivated me to get out of Connecticut and move back to Montana near my family. I changed my entire life. I changed careers. Everything good came from a betrayal. All right. I look back on it and you know what else it did? It helped me really understand who my friends are. False friend, betrayer. All right. Now I got time for real friends. All good things. Spent a few years, war, danger zones, see friends die, bury people. Hey, a lot of negative can come out of that, but also positive. Okay, what's the spin? How can I change that story? But those are the big things. Now think about on a daily basis, what are the stories you're telling yourself about how you're doing? Oh, you woke up a little bit late tonight, this morning? Hey, I'm not a piece of shit. You're not some terrible person because you woke up. Let's get on it next time. Let's do better. Let's be kind to ourselves. Let's be hard with ourselves, but let's also recognize that I'm not my mistakes. I'm not that thought. I'm not that fear. Okay? I'm the person behind it. I'm the consciousness behind those things. And what I tell myself, the self-talk that I have, that's going to define how I react and what I'm going to do next. Okay? If you're having difficulty with your confidence, if you're having difficulty dealing with a lot of bad things that are going on in your life and hardship, just recognize something. Recognize that everyone goes through hardship. And you know what? Maybe this is exactly what you need right now to get yourself to the next level, to find that person that you need. Hey, your wife cheat on you, your husband cheat on you, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. Guess what? There's a seed of something better there. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. But you know what? You're going to keep living. You're going to move on to the next thing. Thomas Stanley wrote a book called The Millionaire Next Door. And there's a really interesting statistic inside that book. And one of the things that he figured out is that an immigrant who might not even speak English as a first language, who comes to the United States, especially from some Eastern Bloc countries like Russia and Poland, Czech and all those kinds of places, that they come here and they're more likely to become a from-scratch millionaire than someone who was born here. Now, how the heck is that possible? Well, it has to do with the story they're telling themselves. You're escaping communism, you're escaping oppression, a dictatorship, a third world country, whatever. And you get to America and you're like, this is easy. There is opportunity in every corner. I just work, you tell me if I work hard and things are pretty fair and I can do well. You tell me if I have skill and I try hard, I can make it. Like back there, everything was fixed. There was no making it. There was no trying hard. And they get here, and the story they tell themselves, it's easy. But people who are born here, who have every opportunity, have a free education, they got a pretty decent system, and they're like, oh, I can't make it, things are too hard, the world is beating me down. And they become professional victims. And it has to do with the story they tell themselves. Like, are you going to be a victim? Or are you going to be that responsible individual who says, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make something out of this. Okay? Look, it takes shit to grow roses. You need fertilizer. And you know what? Fertilizing doesn't smell good. It's hard to put down. Get your hands dirty. But that's just how life is. Because guess what? You look at any successful person out there, I don't care what level they're at. All right? They all dealt with hardship. Every single one of them had tragedy in their life. Because you know what? Life is hard and it's full of tragedy. And you're no exception. So you can crumple, you can let life beat you down, and you can become that victim. Or you can stand up, you can find the good inside of the adversity and drive on. Find your personal strength. Take everything that happens to you as a challenge. Like, you know what? That's what I need right now. Girlfriend just left me. Good. I'm gonna find another one. I'm gonna find someone who's better. I'm gonna make someone so happy. I'm gonna make them proud of like the man that I am. Like, what is your self-talk? And I follow this guy, Wes Watson. And he says something really interesting. It's savage self-talk for self. Kind to others, hard on self. I love it. I love it because you know what? All the times when I was feeling the worst, and I was feeling like everything was against me. Maybe I lost a client, or, I didn't, I lost some money, or it doesn't even matter. Okay. Every single one of those things, there was like one single piece that was always true. It was thinking about me, I. The world is against me, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? As soon as I switched my self-talk and I asked that question, who can I serve? How can I help? What can I do for others? What can I do for my wife of 20 years? What can I do for my kids? What can I do for my community, my family, the people that I'm coaching in jiu-jitsu, my customers that I'm serving in my business? Like, whenever I think about them, everything changes, okay? It's the story. I'm telling you. Keep coming back to the story. So change the story in the moment, you change your life. The one thing I'm going to leave you with is this. Start paying attention to your self-talk. And if it's negative, take charge of that. Don't allow yourself to talk bad to yourself. Because you know what? Oh, I'm a loser. I can't do it. I'm this and that and this and that. Like, that will destroy you. All right? You're stronger than that. You have total power and control over your thoughts. So change that self-talk. Make it something positive. And you know what? If you're having a hard time breaking out of it, then do what Wes suggests and go out and do some burpees, get a workout in, go for a hard walk, do some push-ups. Like, get out of your mind and into your body. Because you know what? Movement will always help. It will always clear your mind. And you know what? When we move and we breathe and we get lots of oxygen, that's when we're going to be more positive. So here's what I want you to do is focus on your self-talk, be positive, and be kind to yourself. Because you know what? You only have one you. That's it. All right, till next time, this is Tony from Marketing for Humans. Be well.